What's going on, everyone? Live from the vet. I just got a quick video to make today. I didn't plan on making this, but I just stumbled across this online and figured I'd try it, and it worked. So figured I'd show y'all real quick because there's no video on it, only a post on a forum. So if your HUD doesn't work, your heads-up display, like pretty much every other C5, if you have it, it probably doesn't work. There's like a pin that breaks in it over time, and the mirror doesn't hold up, whatever, blah blah blah. Anyways, so typically, and from what I've always known, you had to pull the dash to fix the problem. Not a huge deal, but it'll probably take a couple hours, and it's just not something I wanted to do. Didn't sound fun. So anyways, I stumbled across this post on a forum detailing an easy way to fix it, super easy, without removing the dash. And to my surprise, it worked, and took me like 5 minutes. So I'll probably leave a link to the forum post as well. Shout out to whoever you are. I'd have to check your name, but anyways, what he said was to so if you look on top of the heads-up display, as I was saying, guys, if you come outside the car, look down on top of the heads-up display, there's actually a layer of plexiglass that goes on top of it, to keep dust out. That's all it does. Keeps the dust out, keeps it nice and clean. So what you can actually do, if you just push in on the center of it with your hand, doesn't have to be super hard. It'll, lift the edge of it up by pressing down on the middle. Then you can, I had to break mine off. It just broke off into pieces, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Like I said, it's just to keep the plastic out, or the dust out, sorry. And anyways, just peel it back, peel that plexiglass off until you get all of it off. It covers the whole thing. You can see a couple of broken pieces right there. Take you over here just to show you guys. There's the rest of it. Just super thin plexiglass, that's all it is. Take that off, and then if you look straight back, that's your mirror for the heads-up display, actually. So we can actually see it displaying right now because I fixed it. So once you have that plexiglass out of the way, you can actually push in on the mirror, either push in on the top or push in on the bottom, depending on which way your heads-up display broke and which way it needs to go to be able to be seen. So yeah, and then it might not hold in place, and mine's not, so you can see me moving it there. So if it doesn't hold itself in place, there's a fix for that as well. If it does, congrats, you're done. You can replace the plexiglass, just get a piece at Lowe's or Amazon, wherever, just to keep the dust out. Don't have to, but if you want to keep the dust out. And so if yours does move though, after you adjust it to where you want, there's a fix for that, and I'm gonna get into that right now. So guys, once you have that done, and if your mirror is still moving around, there's a couple things you can try. So this is all from Cammed Vet on the Corvette forum. I believe he's the original guy to come up with this. I've never seen anyone else post it, so shout out to you. Anyways, he says to first thing you can try is holding in the mirror with one hand and then adjusting the display up and down, and that might lock the mirror in place. Might not. It didn't work for me, but it's worth a shot while you're there. So anyways, what I ended up having to do, and I'll show you guys, it worked. Works beautifully. There's a heads-up display exactly, right where I want it, eye level. Everything works. And brightness, all that good stuff. I'm super stoked, man. Gas gauge, freaking oil pressure, coolant temp, all that good stuff, man. Forgot how sick this thing is. It literally worked for like 2 minutes when I first got the car about 3 years ago, and then the mirror or the pin that holds the mirror broke, and hasn't worked ever since. So what I ended up having to do, it's going to be impossible to show you guys, but there's actually a spring in this very back left corner that holds the mirror and it, you know, it springs the mirror back and forth in different directions when you adjust the motor up and down. And so what you have to do is pry up on that spring, and that'll release the tension on the mirror, and therefore you can get it to exactly where you want it, and it'll stay in place. That's the best I can do. I can't show you guys, like I said, it's really hard to see. It's just in the very back left. Get a light under there, and you'll be able to see it with your head against the windshield, but I might be able to get you guys in there with the camera. It's in this very back left corner. Yeah, it's probably out of the way now since I pried it out of the way and fixed it, but it's there in that back left corner. Like I said, you'll see a little spring holding the back of the mirror together, and just pry it up with a super small flathead, and then therefore the mirror will stay in the position you want it to, and the motor still works. You can adjust it up and down. I'll show you guys real quick. So I got it right there, adjusting it up and down just like normal. Freaking sick, dude. So sick. Super easy. It took me a while to figure that out because it was very hard to find the spring. There's a couple other things that actually broke off, but see if I can show you guys so you don't make the same mistake as me. I figured it out for you guys so that you don't have to. Ah man, it's gonna be so hard. Too much glass. Reflectiveness going on. Anyways, like I said guys, you'll just have to get in there, mess around with it. You'll see what I'm talking about though. You can see a piece of broken plexiglass still in there I need to get out, but the spring is in the back left corner. Hard to see, but stick a light up to it. You'll be able to get to it. And choose a small flathead. This worked perfect for me. But yeah, that's gonna be it guys. You got any questions, let me know. That last fix, removing the spring, should fix it completely if the first method does not work for you. Like I said, I'll link that right up in the description for you guys if you want to read it step by step. Shout out to that guy, and till next time, man.